Hello, this is RJ City, and I am ethically opposed to any more wrestling podcasts. I don't know why you guys are talking about wrestling. It is a niche product. It is a very small industry. Yet, at this point, there's more wrestling podcasts than there are wrestlers. There is something wrong with society as a whole, but as you get smaller and smaller into wrestling, and then the wrestling podcast sphere, it gets even worse. And one such example, if I may turn on the microscope and look at the drudgery that happens to be True Heel Heat. SP3, Sid, this is your fault.
In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot. Knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, but I can't turn the swell off. The franchise, doing big business. I live it. It's automatic. I win this. Oh, you hear those horns? You finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus, I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus, I keep it on lock like I was part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale. Competition, I got the whole block wishing they can run with my division, but they gone fishing with no belt or no bait. Could your boy hold weight? I got your soul straight. I brush your
I
mouth
wash your
like
mouth like Colgate.
In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy so hot, you never catch me in a next man's sweater. And if they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for that 3-second tan. Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3, and we are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Facebook for our WWE Saturday night's main event, John Cena's Final Match preview. And of course, to do that, you heard her lovely voice with the ad-libs on the ones and two, the best ad-libs that we have heard since that one guy with the clock around his neck. But she's even better. The one and only co-host of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie on Fightful Overbooked. Maggie is here. How are you doing?
First of all, rest in peace, AEW. I'm going to miss that show. Yeah, I love how you only left RJ City as an intro because I'm surely going to miss that show so deeply. I'm doing good. Rob and I are celebrating 4 years of coexisting today. It's a coexisting anniversary, but other than that, sweetie, so SP3 hit me up and he wanted to do the show on Wednesday, but something really, really important was happening on a Wednesday where I live. They were mass protests to bring down the government that started, a couple of weeks ago. So, like, Bulgaria is a small country. The numbers I'm going to give you right now may seem like not that big, but for Bulgaria, they're huge, enormous numbers for that. So in my hometown, we were 50,000 people protesting on the streets. And in our capital, more than 100,000 people protested. And then the assholes had no choice. And on Thursday, they resigned. So we did it. We brought down the government. And now,
Awesome.
yeah, I cried for an hour straight the next day when I heard the news. And now, if like this wasn't the hard part, protesting in the cold, like thousands of that wasn't the hard thing. The hard thing is making the people go out of their homes and fucking vote for once, because like that's the most important thing now. Because like in Bulgaria, less than 30% of the population actually votes, and that is a huge problem. Like, go out and vote because it matters. But we're learned to celebrate small victories. They're out of the parliament, and yes, but now we have to vote. Other than that, I'm doing good. This week has been crazy, and it's gonna be even more crazy. Like we're talking about Saturday Night Main Event. Tomorrow we have a concert in my bar. It's a tribute to Tool, the Tool band. If like anyone's ever heard of Tool, they're absolutely amazing. And we have a local band that plays tribute. The concert has been sold out for 3 months. Yeah, it's an annual, every year at the end of November or the beginning of December, we do this concert. I want it to be over with. And that's why, because like the concert's cool, but there's so many people, man. And it's frustrating for us, it's frustrating for the people, because they can get the lovely experience of the concert because they're sardines. And like Saturday is a Saturday, but we're here to talk about a different Saturday thing. So how are you doing, sweetie? How has your week been?
My week's been good. I've been preparing to go back to the land of Europe. I will be heading back there next week.
Europe is not a country, by the way.
Well, okay. I didn't say a country. I said the land of Europe.
No, that's an inner thing, because like there's people who think that Europe has one time zone, and like
No, I tend to realize that, and it helps that I do shows with you all the time, so I do know that when I'm back in the UK, I'm only 2 hours behind you.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there you go. But yes, we're 8 minutes in, but so we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. Let's drop a thumbs up on this video. You can share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified.
Have you been living under a rock?
Come on.
Plus, am I right?
We're in full John Cena mode. We came out with a THH hot takes last night, talking about what the result of tomorrow night's main event should be. We got this preview here today. Me and Josh did our top 10 best John Cena moments. That's going to be dropping on the channel later on tonight. Plus, we got the True Hill Heat flagship podcast tomorrow, where we be doing some John Cena conversation as well over there. We're doing a watch party for Saturday night's main event. And then finally, we're reviewing the show on Sunday. So a full-on John Cena weekend. So, of course, this is what the show is about. It's not about any other match on the show. I mean,
are there any other matches?
I mean, none of the other matches got builds to them, to be fair.
Neither did this one.
Yeah, neither did John Cena's got a match. But the build is the journey we've been on. So I'll ask you what we've kind of been talking about pretty much the whole week. When did you discover John Cena?
Listen, I'm gonna get laughed at right now. Because I had a 10-year sabbatical from wrestling. I didn't watch wrestling for 10 years. And then, because what got me into wrestling was The Rock. Yes, I'm that girl. Calm down. Like, The Rock got me into wrestling because, I was little and I fell in love with the guy and everything. It's just okay. And then I was sitting at home and, scrolling YouTube or whatever. And then I saw promo videos that The Rock was going to face John Cena. And he was, defending a championship. And I'm like, The Rock is champion again? Oh my God, what? And then I started watching, all of a sudden I started watching past matches of The Rock because, I got in the mood and I'm like, okay, I'm watching WrestleMania. So I pirated WrestleMania and I watched it live. And this was my, because it was their, was it WrestleMania 29, right? It
When
was
they
their
first won the
second,
WWE Championship. Yeah.
their second match. Because
I was there
before
live.
that, congratulations! It wasn't a good match.
Nope, it wasn't a good show. My first
No,
WrestleMania was not a good show that I went
no, it wasn't a good show because I watched the previous, from WrestleMania 20, the once in a lifetime match, and for me the match was really good because The Rock won. That's because that's what wrestling meant to me. A good match is the match that my favorite won. Like that was it. And then and then I got hooked back and I started watching all over again. And because I kind of knew about John Cena before that, but not, initially. And immediately started hating him. And it wasn't because of don't get me wrong, it wasn't because of that helped, but it wasn't because of him. It was so weird because like he was so goody two shoes, baby face, white meat, and I'm like, what is this guy? Like what? But then, I saw he brought out the best of wrestlers. I mean, to this day, I don't like John Cena's wrestling style to this day, but like the matches he puts on with other wrestlers. I mean, I keep saying that about Charlotte. You can hate on Charlotte however you want, but like she brings the best out of women, and like that's what gets me excited for matches with her and for matches against John Cena. To this day, I adore his match against AJ Styles at Royal Rumble. For me, that's his best match ever. Of course, I'm biased because it's AJ Styles, so you can go out of the head and do that. But his United States Open challenges put the United States Championship on the map, and it became important because of that. I mean, he could have easily been, a paper champion, just do everything the other United States champions did, but he did something else, and it helped elevate people from NXT, which I love because this was the good part of NXT, black and gold. It was an amazing way to introduce Kevin Owens to the main roster. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm gonna miss John Cena deeply, but I feel like it's not for the right reasons. I feel like because I was never a huge John Cena fan, but I do appreciate everything that he's done for the locker room, for wrestling itself, because people who don't watch wrestling still know who John Cena is, and that helps.
Yeah, it definitely does. If I didn't say this already, sound off in the live chat. Let us know when you started watching, when you discovered John Cena a part of your wrestling fandom. Was it, you're a wrestling fan and he just pops up on screen, or did you come back into wrestling at a certain time he was on top? Let us know in the live chat. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to get back to what we do here, you can send a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here. Goes a long way to keep the channel going and moving forward and growing. And we always appreciate the support. We got in the chat here, Zach Minger letting us know that it is Gingerbread House Day and Gingerbread Decorating Day. SP3 and Maggie.
This is a good one, but I still Pancake Day is still my favorite day.
I mean, Pancake Day is the best day. That is the best day, y'all.
Yeah, it is the best day.
We got Hassan, who is always ready for our preview shows. He says he's going to roll up for the preview show on YouTube after lunch this afternoon. There you go. Eric Isaac.
How dare you eat lunch during our show?
I mean, we're a nice tune to have in your ear while you're eating that turkey and cheese sandwich. It's
I'm sacrificing my eat time just so I can be on the show because I love the True Heel Heat community and I love SP3. So you should do the same.
Well, we love you here too, as well, Maggie. And WWE loves you as well because they only made 4 matches on this card. So we did well with 4-match card for Survivor Series. I think we're gonna do well because there's you know me. I love to talk about the build to matches when I preview them. I can't do that with this show.
You can't do that at all.
It was made. That's gonna be the setup for it.
Match.
We did a segment. It was made. La dee da.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know, if it weren't for our usual shenanigans, this preview was going to be 20 minutes long. So.
We fill a lot of gaps. We fill a lot of gaps. We do very well. We do very well. I'm glad some people in the chat enjoyed my my opening to the show. Don't worry, I will have another opening tomorrow on tomorrow's True Heel Heat flagship podcast as well.
I wish my other gaps were filled.
Anyway, we got with the alarms. Who says I'm concerned that if Cena and Gunther actually open, people might
No, it's gonna close.
Yeah,
they close.
Cena just confirmed on the Pat McAfee show that he is closing the show. So this was apparently this was said to someone a source that Brian Alvarez know, and he reported it, and it was just that at that time this week, and of course because the fan outrage when that was reported, that's probably why they made the change.
Oh yeah.
Do you think do you think it would have worked if they opened the show?
I mean, I'm sure that a lot of people would have straight out left after the match.
Yeah. Yes.
Because none of the other things matter. Not that
it's gonna be a good card.
To quote sure. Like the matches are always good because it's the wrestlers. It's not, the company building towards something. To quote the great Madonna, nothing really matters. Love is all we need.
We got Call Me Mr. Banda, who says Big Match John has earned his spot in the Hall of Fame, but I don't want to see him wrestle again, though. Do you think, this is a key question that I think that more people need to be asking. Do you think John Cena will have another match after?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I love that. It really is like, I don't know if it's like a generation thing or like you're the second female though that I've asked that just immediately was like, yeah, he's definitely having another.
Oh, he's definitely having
the other female is my missus. My missus was like, yeah, he's definitely. I was like, don't believe that. This is all the money grab.
Absolutely. I mean, Shawn Michaels went out of retirement to almost get killed in Saudi Arabia. So like he's definitely having another match. At least one when he's 50.
Like, I got one more left in the tank. I
One
wasn't
more left in the
satisfied
tank.
with that last one. I wasn't satisfied with the retirement tour. Call Me Mr. Banda says, I'm just tired of over-reliance on nostalgia runs, especially in the main event picture. Well, boy, oh boy, Banda, I got some bad news for you. Wrestling Observer newsletter reporting this morning that 2026 is going to be about 3 retirement tours. AJ Styles, which has already been confirmed.
I'm not ready.
Brock Lesnar.
Can we just don't do that and he just goes away?
And Chris Jericho if he re-signs with the company. So if you don't like over-reliance on nostalgia runs, I am sorry to tell you, they're going to give you more next year. 2027 will probably be Orton's or Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like one or two of those guys are gonna be gone. R-Truth, when his deal is done, which I think is like 2027, he'll be done. He'll have they'll give him a fake, oh here's a retirement tour since we treated you badly. It's just gonna
Do you think he's gonna go to NXT and train people? R-Truth?
I could see it.
I
think
see
that's
that.
what AJ Styles said. He wants to be like a producer and stuff and coach.
I'm not ready for that.
Don't be a fan outside of WWE. It gets even worse. You got Hiroshi Tanahashi on January 4th. You got Samoa Joe, who's talking about 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega don't
Stop
do singles
it.
matches anymore.
You shut your mouth.
I'm just saying, he don't do singles matches anymore. That might be a sign.
I mean, are you telling me that we're never ever gonna get Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles? We're never gonna get that.
Oh, yeah, we're never gonna get that. I will tell you that. I honestly just want Kenny Omega versus this Kyle Fletcher. That's what I want. That's something that's doable. It's possible. But they set up the matchup in, what was it, August?
Yeah,
we never got it.
But like, as much as this hurts me to admit it, I don't think Kenny Omega can hang with Kyle Fletcher anymore. I don't think, because guys, you all know I'm a huge sucker for Kenny Omega. I don't think that he can hang with Kyle Fletcher. I think the Kyle Fletcher will be immensely holding back if they ever fight. And that takes a toll on me saying that, because it's Kenny. And he's not what he used to be. We're getting old, sweetie.
Everybody's getting old.
I'm getting old.
It's like I'm kind of looking at my beard. I'm like, so many grays. Oh my god.
No. I want to make this perfectly clear. Dear men, please don't get emotional for going gray. All of you look so fucking sexy. So fucking sexy when you're gray. You're all wonderful. Just
that my missus told me this originally, and then recently, my nephew's wife was like, "Oh, I can't wait." She was like, "I see all your grays coming in. It's looking good." She was like, "I can't wait for my husband to start getting the grays hair."
Exactly. You get hotter with age, and you're pissing me off.
Thank you. Yeah. Same to you. We got in the chat here. You gotta believe it in yourself.
Sure. Say that to my cosmetics anti-wrinkle stuff, which costs a fortune. Okay.
I mean, B says SP3, please organize karaoke, but strictly Cena raps. Cena-oki.
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 Cena-oki. It's
there you go. And there you go. We got Leon the King, who says Cody versus Oba could be the best match on the card.
Only if Oba Femi wins.
Yeah. If Oba Femi don't win, then I'm not gonna like that all that much. I will say, I think the best match on the card is gonna be the tag match.
Probably.
The tag match be the best match on the card for me. But if Oba wins, yeah, that'll probably be the Oba and Cody would be my favorite matchup. We got Call Me Mr. Banda, who says Cena will probably come back for the Saudi paycheck, unfortunately.
I can see that.
WrestleMania in Saudi.
Yeah.
Biggest payday possible. Payday possible.
He doesn't need to have a match. He'll show up and deliver an AA to someone, and that's
fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I will tell you, yes, I've been a fan of wrestling since I was like a kid. So John Cena popped up on my screen in 2002 and his debut. Still remember it to this day because it came just days after Vince cut that ruthless aggression promo, and then he
Yeah.
comes out and says, "What makes you different than all the other rookies?" Kurt Angle tells him, and he says, "Ruthless aggression."
It
And
was
then
so over the top delivered, man. It was. I still hear it. Ruthless
ruthless
aggression.
aggression. And he goes toe to toe with them. It's not even like that long a match. It's like 8-minute match, but he went toe to toe with the best wrestler in the world at that time. That was impressive. Then got the stamp of approval from the Undertaker. But the real difference point, and you'll see on like my moments, the top 10 moments that I give on that video, it's really those early years that made me a Cena fan. It's when he first started being the rapping gimmick, because this was at a time in WWE where my love was running out of WWE. Well, it was still good with in 2002 because you had the SmackDown 6 on SmackDown, and then into 2003 you still had the SmackDown 6. You had Brock and Kurt Angle going at it, but really the thing that kept me and was the most entertaining thing at that time was the John Cena Doctor of Thugonomics character. Like
Oh yeah.
I remember the WrestleMania 19 going into that one where he doesn't have a matchup and he issues a challenge to freaking Jay-Z and Fabulous for a rap battle. And then he winds up cutting raps on freaking cardboard cutouts of Jay-Z and Fabulous at the event. I remember like so many key points of that, like the rivalry with the Undertaker where he's pissing on the grave and he cuts the promo with the burning pentagram. I remember him and Kurt Angle and them having the rap battle with Kurt Angle with the backwards cap and the Jacksonville Jaguars jersey. And all of that stuff just gave him a swell of momentum. He turns babyface. Like I was there every kind of step of the way. It makes me feel very old, the fact that I've seen the entire WWE run of John Cena. And I've been through all the ups and downs where, like I said, I was a fan of him when he first was introduced, even became a bigger fan during the Doctor of Thugonomics character, because that was like at a time when WWE was kind of like, I'm not really feeling this anymore. All of my friends in high school stopped watching. John Cena and the Doctor of Thugonomics character was like the coolest thing for me to be like, hey, still wrestling's still doing cool things. Look at the guy, he's doing the rap gimmick, like, and he was getting all the momentum. So, but I've also been in the era of him being the top guy and burying people like the Nexus and different people on their way up. And I've rooted against him as well. Like I've been through the ups and downs. So it is kind of like, it's both sad yet kind of bittersweet to see the ending of it all, where I do appreciate everything that he's done and he's gave us as fans because I've seen it all.
Come to think of it, if I was watching wrestling during the Thugonomics era, I would have been a fan because that show was funny. It was entertaining during a time when none of the product was entertaining. So this could have easily been something that I clinged on to. Like in present day wrestling in WWE, like when it's not that good, there's always stuff that I cling on to. Mostly it's the women, by the way, but you know, it's you need at least one thing that keeps you going. And God knows wrestling fans have been through ups and a lot of downs when it comes to WWE.
Yeah.
Because we didn't stop watching during a time where we really should have. And we kept going, and then, you know, everything made sense. The pandemic happened. It was awful, but still interesting because what are we going to do now? So it was, you know.
But it is funny you say that you were like a fan of The Rock, or like growing up, that was the first thing that got you into wrestling. Because like when I was a kid during the Attitude Era, like The Rock was my favorite. But like I became a fan of The Rock when he was a heel because he was so entertaining and he became a cool heel. So when like 2002, 2003, and I'm introduced to John Cena, Doctor of Thugonomics character, like I remember like for a few of my friends that were still wrestling fans at that time, I was telling them he's the new Rock. he's going to be the new guy. Like, he's going to be the guy who's the cool heel that's going to become the top babyface. So by the end of 2003, when he turns babyface, I'm like vindicated. I still remember, like, I still do a show 20 years into our friendship of me and Jimmy Macaram. He went to high school with me, and him and Marcus Cash guy was Batista, and my guy was John Cena. So when they won at WrestleMania 21, I remember coming to high school the next day, and I'm like, "Oh, you see my guy? He's gonna be at the top." And they're like, "No, our guy is still on Monday Night Raw. Our guy is still the number one guy." I was like, "He's the guy that's gonna be selling all the merchandise. He's gonna be the face of the company. He's the best, John Cena." And then when John Cena gets drafted to Monday Night Raw, the rest is history. That's when he officially was like, "Okay, you got the ball now. You're running with it." So I have all these different memories from high school to college, been through 23 years of watching this one guy. It just really is appreciative of like what we're going to get. If it is the final match, you got to say if it is, because it's professional wrestling, unfortunately.
Oh, come on. Come on. How gullible must you be if you think that this is
I don't
seriously?
I don't believe it. The only reason I think that he's going to take a multi-year break is because his Hollywood career is going well. He got a box office superhero role that he didn't ruin due to his ego, like The Rock.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, because he saw what might happen. Because like it's always easier if you have one person to do stuff before you, just so you learn from their mistakes or successes. So and there it is, Dave Bautista is living the life.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my missus, I was like, I kind of like I'm like 50-50 on believing it, because there is the example of Batista, a guy that chose his retirement match. He chose his opponent. He chose the time. He did it. It wasn't good, but he hasn't been back. So usually if a wrestler loses and it's not a good matchup, that literally gives them a reason. Like when I first asked my missus, "Oh, do you think John Cena is going to win his final matchup?" She's like, "No, because that's going to he's not going to win it, because that's going to give him 74 reasons to come back, just like The Undertaker."
Yeah, exactly. And like for Batista, because he's so cool, he's like, why would I want to come back? Why would I want to at all? Like, he's so doing everything that, I know that The Rock is way more paid, he's probably the highest paid actor, in Hollywood. If I'm not mistaken. Batista doesn't need that. He's a cool actor. He does wonderful movies, and that's about it. Why would he want to come back to wrestling?
And plus Batista, the thing with Batista and Cena, like The Rock is The Rock. The Rock doesn't have an identifiable movie role. Like, you'll have some stupid
because
people
all of them are the same.
Scorpion King. Oh, Hobbs from Hobbs and Shaw and the Fast and Furious. No, those are not identifiable movie roles. Those are The Rock.
Fairy.
That's The Rock as a FBI agent chasing around criminals who drive cars. That is The Rock as the villain in The Mummy Returns. That is just The Rock. That is not an identifiable movie role. Batista has Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. He has that. It's 3 films that will go down as 3 of the best one of the best trilogies in comic book movie history, and he doesn't have to do comic book movies ever again. He's doing whatever he wants now, because he's already set, because he's done these box office roles and he's good with that. Cena now is in the process of having that big box office role with Peacemaker. He's done 2 seasons of Peacemaker, did Suicide Squad, and then the ending of Peacemaker sets him up for a big movie role coming up as well. And then he's doing all these smaller films. I see all the time John Cena's on a new Amazon movie. He gets so many roles. That's why I'm like 50%. I believe this is the end, because he seems very much set in what he's doing in Hollywood right now. And it's not going to be until he's in his 50s and he's not physically able to come back that he's even going to think about coming back.
To add on Batista's role in Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't, because this is how I know that an actor did the role perfectly. I cannot possibly imagine another actor playing that role.
No.
That's how I know. He did it wonderful. Just wonderful.
And I think it's the same thing with Cena and Peacemaker. I can't see anybody else playing Peacemaker now than John Cena. John Cena fits that. That's some of the best acting I've ever seen from him. Definitely never seen this great acting from him in WWE. That's for damn sure.
That's a low bar.
I know. But he's been great in other stuff. Like I loved him in like Home Wreck with I forgot the comedian's name, but I loved him in that. Cock Blockers or Blockers. I remember that. That was good. Yeah. He plays a overprotective dad. Cock blocker. Get it?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Maggie, one last question.
Enough shenanigans.
One last question about John Cena before we run through this card in about 5 minutes.
Sure.
What is your favorite John Cena feud?
Feud.
Rivalry feud. The reason I asked that is because I just came out with a list on Sports Illustrated. Unfortunately, no one from WWE can claim that they're the greatest rival of John Cena's career because the person who got number one does not work for WWE. So
I kind of want to say Edge.
That's who's number one.
Yeah, kind of. But I really kind of want to say Edge, but I can easily say CM Punk.
That's number two.
Yeah, because that was the thing, and I because again I'm biased as fuck. AJ Styles, I'm really biased. Yeah, because was it a top 10 or a top?
Yeah, I did a top 10.
Top 10. Yeah, because like for me those were AJ Styles, not because of the feud itself. The matches were just really I adore the matches. Because the feud, I don't remember it that well. It was kind of like a while ago. My memory sucks, but I just remember how awesome the matches were. Whilst with Punk, the storyline was really good. It was, there were reasons for you to tune in and watch, whilst for AJ Styles, I just wanted to watch the matches. I don't, and with Edge, it's just, for me, it's nostalgia. It was back then, and it was Edge in his wonderful years and Cena in his, I don't want to say prime years, because was it Cena's prime years at the time when he was feuding with Edge?
That's really like the start of his prime. Is the
the start of his prime.
The reason I gave it to Edge, and like I had a couple of my friends who was like, "Oh, Punk should have been number one," and I was like, I feel, to me personally, I like the CM Punk and John Cena rivalry, but if I had to like break it down, they have the better matches together, the more bigger matches. But Cena and Edge is the better feud. It's the better rivalry. It's the rivalry that really made John Cena a main event guy in the company. It made Edge
put him on the map.
A main event guy. It really kind of represent a changing of the guard from the Rock and Austin and Triple H and Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker to these two new guys are the two top guys, and they have this years-long rivalry with one another that defines their career. That's why it's number one. It has one of the best Cena matches of all time involved in it with the TLC. And also, I feel like it was always consistent, even if it was involved in like a bad kind of premise or build or storyline, like when Vicky Guerrero was married to Edge and she cheated on him with Big Show right before it was Big Show, Edge, and Cena at WrestleMania 25. I can take that. I can handle that because I know when it's just Cena and Edge together, it's good and it always works. Whereas the Cena and Punk rivalry, it's incredible. from the start to the build to Money in the Bank, and the Money in the Bank matchup is near perfection. Everything after that in 2011 fucking sucks. The build up to SummerSlam is stupid. Rey Mysterio wins the WWE Championship, and then an hour later, John Cena wins it. Only for CM Punk, who left the company 8 days later, to show up and fucking be like, hey, I'm still the champion. Well, I'm the champion too, because we gotta have a fucking SummerSlam main event. I have PTSD at the stupidity of the John Cena CM Punk feud after Money in the Bank 2011.
Yeah.
And I could not make that number one.
I know. We all do. We all do. I can't, because when it comes to Punk and Cena, that rivalry is so important to me because, well, the pipe bomb is tied to that.
Yes.
And because if you look at the pipe bomb and wrestling, because it kind of felt like this was the beginning of the whole new thing, you know? Because I'm sorry, but like, I'm sorry if this is a hard pill to swallow, but this is how people found out about ROH.
Yeah.
Because Punk said it on the air, and they're like, "A Ring of Honor, what the hell is that?" And they Googled it, and they realized what it was.
It's like,
and I can't.
From there.
He's from there.
He
wasn't
somewhere in Punk better
WWE?
there. Oh wow.
Yeah, and then they find out about Samoa Joe, and then they find out about the previous years of Bryan Danielson and everything. It's a whole thing in itself. That's why I regard it as an important feud. And everything with the leaving, with the title, and it led to other things. When you think about Punk in that time, back then, he was important enough for wrestling as it is, because he started things. He was the beginning of things. If you're a Punk fan or not, you cannot say that he wasn't an important figure in wrestling. And him feuding with Cena was something incredibly inevitable. So that's why the feud is there for me. But I would agree that it's edge. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree there. But no disrespect to the Cena and Punk rivalry. Like I said in the article, I was like, if you think that's the number one rivalry, it has a strong argument to it for sure. But let's get into this show finally after 42 minutes. What is your hype level?
We have to.
What is your anticipation level for tomorrow night's show, John Cena's final match, WWE Saturday Night's main event?
I'm going to try not to be a bummer for everyone. But like I said before we went on air with SP3, I mean, my hype levels are this low because it was up to me to get hyped, because they did nothing to make that happen. Cena went on a ridiculous media tour, which was we could have gone with none of those interviews. He said nothing newsworthy. That kind of pissed me off, because this is we're building towards John Cena's last match. Let's have, him revealing no, he did none of that. He said nothing newsworthy. And like, who was that for? I know that this was kind of a way for them to make fans hyped. It didn't work for me personally, because I never thought that someone was able to have a bad interview with Chris Van Vliet. Never. And he had that. And like, it wasn't specifically bad, but like, it was boring. I never listened to a boring pay-per-view with SVV. Never in my life. So this is a first. And it's not, I don't think it's either of their fault. None of them, because it just looked forced. And I could have gone without that. So because I'm really hyped for the Bayley versus Ruca and Oba Femi versus Cody Rhodes. I'm really hyped about that. It is John Cena's last match, and I am gonna cry, even though, because he's wrestling, even if you like him or not. So my hype levels, I'm gonna say 7.5, 8. It would have been way higher if I had Sunday off, and just so I can watch, but I don't. and I have to, cry before work, and I never want to do that. Yeah, and yeah, is that low? Where are you?
No, I'm at a 8 out of 10. I'm at an 8 out of 10. I
Okay.
agree with a lot of what the chat's saying. Like, I made Beats who said I'm more interested in this Saturday night's main event than
That's
any other
again,
ones. Yeah, this is
again,
probably
that's a
this is
low
probably the
bar.
most I'm anticipating any WWE event this year.
Really?
Yeah, and it's
Even
not
more than
in like,
WrestleMania?
but similar to what you said, it's not because of anything they did. It's because of my own connection to John Cena and being appreciative that he was able to go out on his terms. If this is the end for him, he got to have a retirement tour. Wasn't much of a retirement tour, but at least he got to have it. That's the
Yeah.
point. I've been
Mhm.
able to kind of, at my old age, look at the glass half full with this retirement tour situation. And yes, you can always count on me to sing John Cena or rap John Cena's theme song. I
Yes.
started out in spoken word and then I went into the actual rap, but go back.
You didn't disappoint. You didn't disappoint.
Thank you. All right, let's talk about some of these exhibition matches because
Yay!
we got the theme for this Saturday night's main event is from John Cena as he wanted to present the future of the industry. So it will be WWE versus NXT as Raw's Bayley will go one-on-one with Ruca. Who do you have here? What do you think about this matchup? And what do you think about overall the concept of WWE versus NXT for this show? And could WWE have done a little build for it?
No, it couldn't have, because could have, would have, should have. Okay, nothing matters right now. The only thing that matters is we focus on the match itself. This kind of has a story in its own story, because Ruca versus Bayley is gonna be an amazing match. Because I've been a huge fan of Ruca ever since she got in the ring in NXT. I saw the potential, and she's been getting better and better and better. And I just love the way how flawlessly she transitions into moves. It's like really. I mean, again. I'm so sorry. I'm so biased, but like you can definitely see the Tyler Bate influence in that. You can definitely see that. If you know, you know. And Bayley is a ring general, and she can carry a match with anyone at this point. But the story inside of it is, I'm pretty sure that Zarya will turn on Ruca in this match, because it was on this week's NXT when Ruca was standing in the audience for. Zarya was standing in the audience for Ruca's match, and she wanted to go down and congratulate her for winning, but then she didn't. And then they've been kind of having this back and forth on NXT. Can't believe I'm talking about NXT. And then backstage or in the parking lot, I can't remember, maybe it was a parking lot, they had a conversation in which Ruca said, it was a parking lot. Yes, thank you. Ruca and Zarya had a conversation that they both felt kind of bad, and they still loved each other, and friends fight, and Ruca said that she wanted Zarya to be ringside for for her match against Bayley. I felt like they stretched this out enough. I don't understand why Zarya was put in that tag team as a whole. They were brilliant together. But for me, the idea for them to be together was so that they can get the tag team championships. But they don't have the tag team championships. So why are they together? And Zarya should be the most powerful heel on NXT. And I'm still shocked that we haven't seen one of the most brilliant feuds in NXT, and that's Zarya versus Jordan Grace. Give me that forever, because those two will murder each other. Big, meaty women slapping something. So let's get that. So yeah, I pick Bayley to win, and then Zarya turns on and she destroys her, fucking destroys her.
I'm this is one that I think is a toss up, and I think this is one that is going to indicate who wins Cody and Oba, because this seems like the matchup where NXT wins. The other two matchups don't look like those are the matchups where NXT win, because NXT is facing a champion on the main roster. And what message does that give? And yes, this is me talking in Triple H speak. I'm gonna go with Soul Ruca here. Show off the Soul Snatcher. Let her get a win. Let it be despite Zarya trying to seem like she's helping her, but she's really costing her the matchup. But it actually works out in Soul's favor, causes a distraction for Bayley. She hits Soul Snatcher, gets the win. Soul Ruca gets more praise. Zarya gets more jealous, and it leads to the eventual turn. Then we got tag team action in what I think, Maggie, this is going to be a show stealer for sure. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, the World Tag Team Champions from Monday Night Raw, versus an NXT combo. As we got NXT's own, the young OG Javon Evans teaming up with TNA X Division champion, the youngest in charge, Leon Slater. Javon Evans and Leon Slater have formed a tag team ever since their banger of a matchup at TNA Bound for Glory. They came together after Darkseid interrupted that matchup. They teamed against Darkseid, got a shot at the NXT Tag Team Championships in November, came up short there, but they have an opportunity to prove themselves on the main roster against the current World Tag Team Champions. This is a non-title matchup, but boy, oh boy, we get to see AJ Styles in the ring with Leon Slater, off the heels of AJ giving the endorsement to Leon back at Slammiversary in July. Javon Evans in the ring with Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. This is going to be awesome. What do you think?
I'm really excited for this match, and that's because of, the standing ovation that AJ Styles gave to Leon Slater at Slammiversary, the thing that you just said. I was wondering how they were gonna present AJ Styles in Slammiversary, because he was set to be there. And then when his music hit, and then after the X Division match, and I'm like, yes, because he's Mr. X Division, he's Mr. TNA. Why not present him in this matter? Giving Slater his flowers. I felt so wonderful for Leon. And them having this match, it's gonna be chef's kiss. Dragon Lee and AJ Styles win this match. I feel like it's obvious, but this is one more way to for the main roster audience to look at Javon. He has been having matches on SmackDown, Javon, and Raw, right?
Yeah. He's appeared everywhere. He's appeared
everywhere.
NXT, Raw, SmackDown, Lucha Libre, AAA, TNA Wrestling.
He's been kind of everywhere, and for a good reason, because the audience loves that guy, and they should, because he's absolutely the future. Another way for people to fall in love with Javon. And also, I feel like it's pretty sure when Leon Slater's contract expires with TNA, there's no way he's resigning.
Oh, he is definitely going to WWE. He is good as gone.
Yeah, already. He's fucking gone, man. I'm pretty looking forward to this match. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna feature it. I'll highlight the comment because he's a glutton for punishment, and we always aim to please here. As far as if you come here for punishment, I'm gonna give it to you. Danny in the chat says, from someone who hasn't watched NXT full time since Black and Gold, NXT has been the best weekly show this year. AEW has been ass, and WWE main roster has been horrendous in 2025. Glad they're getting a chance.
I mean, everyone's entitled to an opinion, right? I mean, look, sweetie, if you enjoy NXT, that's great. I'm kind of jealous because you get to enjoy something, you know, wrestling wise. There's a reason why I don't like doing prediction shows with SP3 on a Wednesday, and I gave that reason last time I was on the show, and that is because because I live in Bulgaria and I watch stuff the next morning after they've aired, which means that I watch NXT on Wednesday morning, and then every time we get to do a prediction show with SP3 on a Wednesday, I hate wrestling because I just watched NXT. So this is because
I thought you were gonna say, I appreciate Danny's opinion. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, and I actually admire the fact that he thinks that the best weekly show is NXT, because I think NXT is the stupidest weekly show. So the fact that you think that the best is the stupidest, I think that's great. That's awesome. You should enjoy stupid things in life.
Yeah, the wrestling is for everyone.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I mean I really do not enjoy NXT whatsoever. And I haven't enjoyed it ever since NXT 2.0 started. I haven't been a fan, like, at all. But
I'm also trying to help Danny to avoid this. People in the chat not really being able to handle or laughing at his comment. I've been trying to teach him this little thing. It's key. It's not going to affect your comment at all. To me, IMO. One of these things will help you, because when you say NXT has been the best weekly show this year, and you don't say, in my opinion, to me, it tends to come across as you are stating a fact. You are stating a factual thing, because you are making it seem like it's just, this is common knowledge. Everybody feels the same way as me. That's what a lot of Danny comments come across to a lot of people in the chat, it seems.
Yeah, I definitely understand that, but like, having in mind that I love there's a little part of me that loves that NXT is like that, because like all the wrestling that we get throughout the week is so different in so many ways. Just so there's wrestling for absolutely every type of wrestling fan out there. And I kind of love that. I love the fact that women are featured so much in NXT. And that's a huge plus. The storyline in which they're featured is another, the whole different conversation. But they're showing women on NXT, and I'm like, for me, I love NXT because Ruca's there, because Zarya's there. But like, when I watch how Julia is being presented on the main roster, like, every part of me just dies when I watch NXT, because like, and where the hell is Jada Parker? And like,
I will also acknowledge that Power Jam Finisher is 100% right. His comment also says that he does not watch NXT, but he says that it's the best weekly show. That is what the comment does say. That is correct. So maybe let's not laugh at the comment. It's just a comment for comment's sakes, because he does watch the other things and they're bad. The one that he doesn't watch is the best one. I get it now. All right. Yeah. We got a super chat donation that gives us a perfect segue. I will give my prediction for the tag team matchup. Yeah, it's obvious. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. AJ Lee, Dragon Styles, Dragon, whatever you want to call them. They're never going to give them a name before they lose these titles anyway. Yeah. So AJ Styles and DragonLee, they'll get the win, but I expect this one to be absolutely amazing. I agree with you. Leon Slater is definitely going to WWE as soon as his contract expires. I think it was reported by Fightful at the end of 2026. As far as Javon Evans, he needs to be on the main roster in 2026. Like, he's just too good. He can't wait 15 years, Mark Henry. We got a super chat donation here from Call Me Mr. Banda. Thank you so much, Mr. Banda, for the support. He says, I'd love Oba to win. but he's black in WWE. So ...
Okay, listen, he's facing Cody Rhodes, who's the spokesperson for black people. So
Exactly. Perfect segue. Perfect
Yeah.
segue. Perfect segue. The supporter, the John F. Kennedy beats Martin Luther King. I think that sounds perfect.
Let's never have that. Just...
As we're gonna get the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He goes one-on-one with NXT champion Oba Femi. Yes, undisputed WWE champion versus NXT champion. Huge matchup for this show. This is probably the biggest matchup outside of the John Cena final matchup here. This was set up on Friday Night SmackDown last week. Cody said the winner of Oba Femi versus Ricky Saints would face him at a WWE Saturday Night's main event. Oba Femi regained the NXT championship at Deadline, beating Ricky Saints to earn this opportunity. He cut a great promo on Cody, 2 good promos on Cody on Tuesday's NXT, where he says that he will put down and break the American dream, and that the American dream, the American Nightmare, has never faced someone like the ruler of WWE. So, is Oba Femi gonna win this one, or will Cody once again win? LOL. Maggie, who you got?
So I feel like up until now, everyone's pretty much familiar with my hatred towards Cody Rhodes, and it's not because of the wrestler. I love the wrestler Cody Rhodes, and he's wonderful, and I adore him. But like, he's just boring. I'm sorry. Ever since he won that championship the first time, he's just fucking boring. And it's not him. It's like the lack of unboringness. I don't know.
Unboringness.
Unboringness. I know that's not a word. Calm down. Listen, hear me out. Drew McIntyre cost Cody Rhodes the match.
Seems like other people is on this bandwagon.
Yeah. Let's have Drew McIntyre interfere just so we can have 1,000th time this match, and I can get an Oba Femi win. I've been so in love with Oba Femi. He's the best champion ever. I don't necessarily agree in the matter that he won back the championship, and he's it's at itself it's like, let's not focus on the nitpicking part. But Oba Femi is the best. Oba Femi should retire Brock Lesnar. He should retire him in a minute. Just give him 1 minute and just kills Brock Lesnar. Hopefully we never see him again. He should absolutely beat everyone. And then give me Oba Femi versus Gunther. Just Oba Femi should be the person that Raw is built around. He's the new thing. Give him everything. Make him the guy. And beating John Cena, I'm sorry, no, not John Cena. I mean, I wish he would have beaten John Cena. And him beating Cody Rhodes in his basically main roster debut, basically.
It is his first main roster match.
Yeah. Like, we've seen him on the main roster. He's been in the audience, but he hasn't been, physically in the ring. Give me that. I don't ask for much. Okay? I'm gonna ask for a lot next year when it's AJ Styles' retirement tour. I'm gonna ask about a lot, but this year I don't ask a lot. Just give me Oba Femi kicking the crap out of Cody Rhodes, please. Fuck Cody also.
What I hope happens is that Oba Femi beats the crap out of Cody, hits him with 3 fall from grace, and pins him 1, 2, 3. And the last image we see of this is Oba Femi holding up the undisputed WWE Championship and the NXT Championship, making a statement, letting us know he's going to be the next one who faces Cody for the title.
Why are you giving me a boner right now?
Because none of that is going to happen. Cody Rhodes wins by roll-up.
How is the 50-pound Cody Rhodes going to roll up a 1,000-pound Oba Femi? Is this
because
like
it's going to happen.
Sasha Banks rolling up Nia Jax? That was so fucking stupid, man. How is this? I'm always up for a good pin. And if you roll up someone, the schoolboy is the stupidest pin in the world. Like if you pin like Jonathan Gresham, he has such a wonderful, roll up thing that Jonathan Gresham, I know that he can basically pin everyone. You know, but like Cody Rhodes rolling Oba Femi, I just want you to subscribe to Fightful Select, just so you can hear Alex Palowski having the biggest tantrum.
You will. Will
Yeah,
he?
also Punk did it to Wardlow. I fucking hated that then, and I fucking hate it now. Because if someone's gonna roll my war daddy, it's me. Okay?
Whoa! Excuse
Okay?
me.
Not even sorry.
Yeah, I mean, nah, I'm giving you like the ultra world contrarian thought of what WWE would probably do under the Vince McMahon era is roll up Obafemi for the win. I think you guys are half right. I can see suspended Drew McIntyre interfering in this matchup. What I can't see is him interfering in this matchup and costing Cody Rhodes the matchup. I don't see Cody Rhodes losing this matchup or getting pinned in this matchup. I can see Drew McIntyre coming in and delivering a Claymore to Obafemi to mess up the matchup and cost Cody Rhodes the match. Because that's the only way he knows for sure he can cost Cody Rhodes the matchup. Because he could hit Cody Rhodes with a Claymore and then Cody can still kick out. He kicked out 1,000,000 times from that in the last matchup they had. So why would it be a difference this time? So no, he's going to hit Obafemi with it right in front of the referee, get Cody disqualified, and then he's going to get under Cody's skin even more and make Cody get him unsuspended. Hey, Oba wins, though. Oba wins.
Yeah, technically Oba wins, but like
no, not technically. Actually, he wins. Cody got disqualified. Makes sense to me.
I don't like that. I mean, Obafemi won in a iffy way this week on NXT.
Yeah, with Ricky Saints.
Yeah, with Ricky Saints. This is the weirdest thing. But I get it. I do not want to see Cody Rhodes pinning Obafemi. This should never happen. I'm up for anything else happening. I don't want to visualize Cody Rhodes pinning Obafemi. No one should. I'm talking to you, Steven Jensen.
No one visualize that for Maggie, please. Please, guys.
No.
Please. All right. It's time to talk about it.
It's time.
John Cena's final match, and it will be against the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther made his return after suffering a nose injury after losing to CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam. He was out for 3 months and made his return in November to be a part of the Last Time Is Now tournament. John Cena introduced the Last Time Is Now tournament during the last Saturday night's main event, where he said that he wanted the person that he faced in his final matchup to really feel like they earned it. So Gunther did exactly that. He defeated NXT's Javon Evans in an awesome matchup. Then he fought back against the rally underdog babyface performance from Carmelo Hayes in another great match. He delivered Solo Sikoa's best match of his career in an absolute horse fight against Gunther 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. And then in the final, he tapped out. He made LA Knight quit against him in another splendid matchup from Gunther. 4 straight bangers from Gunther makes you very excited for John Cena's final match to potentially be as great as those matches, as Cena will face one more time a monster heel, a foreign monster heel like he has done time and time before, and he is doing it in the nation's capital in Washington, D.C. This is the fitting way to end the career of John Cena, and I made this sound way better than WWE built up to it. Maggie,
You most definitely did.
what do you think about this matchup and who wins tomorrow night?
I'm not sure because it's Washington. It's also Cena's last match. I know that they took one good look at Sting's retirement match and how good that was. His entire run, I mean, really wonderful. I still to this day kind of feel like his retirement run was as important to fans as it was for Darby because he was elevated immensely in that retirement. So they did two things: elevate Darby and give the people what they wanted with Sting's final matches. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give Cena the win. I'm pretty sure. Now that it's main eventing, I mean, if it was the opening match, I would have given that to Gunther because they're not gonna end the show on a bummer. But listen up, the little part of me who's not American, I really, really want Gunther to win because Gunther is one of the reasons why I still keep watching WWE, even though the booking is, kind of ridiculous. Because the moment I saw Gunther in NXT UK, I saw what all the fuss was about because he was so big on the indies and everyone kept talking about him. And then he led it on NXT UK. Immediately knew. His bangers with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And then his matches with Ilya Dragunov made me cry. And I was on a Fightful Twitch watch-along when Ilya Dragunov tapped out Gunther. And everyone saw me cry. I was bawling my eyes out because this was how Ilya Dragunov was built. And now he's doing wonders with the US Open Challenge on SmackDown. I can't wait for the inevitable Ciampa match.
Mm-hmm.
They're building towards it with really,
I think it's on Friday, the Ciampa match.
Is it today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, he said that he had the match. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. So I feel like Gunther is the best opponent for Cena. I mean, when they announced the Last Time Is Now tournament, I had three people in mind, and those were Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, Dominic for obvious reasons, because, Dominic Mysterio, Gunther, and Femi. Those were the three options when I saw that Femi wasn't even in the mix. Okay. And then they gave, Dominic Mysterio that United States Challenge thingy, the Intercontinental Championship. I was sure that it was going to be Gunther then. Fucking sure. The part of me that wants Gunther to win is really loud in my head because I kind of have this dream in my head that Gunther becomes the new person that retires people because he retired Goldberg. Now, in my head, he should retire Cena, and eventually he should retire AJ Styles. He should retire Randy Orton. I mean, in my head, he should be the one.
Why stop there? Rey Mysterio, R-Truth.
But because I love Gunther so much, and I feel like he should retire my favorites. I most definitely think that he should retire AJ Styles. He should fucking retire AJ Styles. I really, really want that to happen. So I'm gonna put my money on Gunther because I'm that person. I know it's not gonna happen, and I'm gonna probably break my television when it doesn't happen. But I don't want to cheat on myself, and I'm gonna bet against Cena for one last time and be wrong about it because let's not ruin tradition.
I have been the biggest supporter of John Cena should win this one final matchup because I was in the building for Sting's retirement. And all those people, 20,000 plus in that building, they wanted Sting to be the hero. They came to see their childhood hero be the hero one last time and get the win and vanquish the villains and stand on top. And then we celebrate him. We give him the retirement speech. We let him say what he needs to say his goodbye to us. And we say goodbye back to him. We give him all the applause and love and admiration. And yeah, we can still do that after a loss, but it's going to be very depressing. It's going to be very kind of like sad, a sad goodbye where like we can have this great grand goodbye because guess what? Yes, the retirement tour has defined Cena, especially the second half, as a fucking loser. He lost to Dom Mysterio at his last premium live event. He got squashed by Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. None of those losses make sense if he doesn't win his last matchup. If he just loses his last matchup, yes, Gunther can go off and he's the new legend killer. He ends all these legends' careers. And that would be great for him. However, I don't know if that's great for the night. I don't know if that's what these people have paid $5,000 for. I just don't see how what's the biggest benefit for Gunther. Yes, Gunther gets a new kind of gimmick to run with. That's great. Does Gunther need this win? No.
Yep.
The answer is no. He does not. He is the longest reigning intercontinental champion of all time. He is a 2-time world heavyweight champion. Yes, this would further cement him in the main event spot. But why the fuck hasn't all these other wins done that? And I'm sorry. I think the more effective way to end this and to make the heel eat his words is Gunther's been going up and down. I'm going to make John Cena give up. I'm going to make him do something he's never done before. He's going to give up. That's why the finish should be John Cena STF makes Gunther tap out. Because he's already tapped out already, folks. And and guess what? Guess what happened after he tapped out? The next night on Monday Night Raw, he got his heat back, and he was the biggest heel in the company. So I'll take that. He got plenty of heat for tapping out to Jey Uso. Imagine the heat and the "you tapped out" chance if he taps out to John Cena. And imagine what that does for Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio can then brag about, I was the last guy that beat John Cena. I really retired John Cena. And you could play that off of Dom turning babyface against a heel Gunther down the line, and you have more things to play with if John Cena gets the win here. Do I think he's going to get the win? No. Am I going to say Gunther's going to get the win here? No. It is John Cena's final match. I am going for what I want, for what those people in that building, all 15,000 of them in Washington, D.C. is going to want, and what millions around the world are going to watch this show for. Yes, a lot of us are Gunther fans as well. And yes, a lot of us know the wrestling tradition of the guy going out on his back. But John Cena probably wants to lose this matchup.
Yeah.
He also probably wanted to open this show. He is wrong on both accords. He should win to close this fucking show.
I agree with absolutely everything you said. It should be done this way because I've always said that the person should lose their final match in order to put over the next generation of wrestlers. And I understand it's Cena. I never thought that he was gonna lose his final match ever. I mean, it kind of feels wrong. I mean, because he should lose his final match. He really should. But it kind of feels wrong. Because like he's won everything else. Why should he lose that? Again, I understand, but I'm just a sucker, man. I'm sorry. And I said I'm a sucker for tradition. I want to bet against him for one last time and be wrong about it.
You want to be wrong here. You know it's the right thing to be wrong.
Never.
We've made it till the end of our preview here, talking
Our
about
shortest prediction show.
ever
And like
WWE.
we've had a lot of shenanigans before and after. For 40 minutes, we didn't talk about this. For 40 minutes.
We got it, and we got it all done in 40 minutes. We got
Yeah.
all talking about it and BSing in between matches, all done within 40 minutes. We are good at what we do. We are professional previewers of professional wrestling.
We should get paid a lot for this.
So final call for super chat donations.
Yes.
Send that super chat donation if you will, but we appreciate y'all for joining us. If you haven't already, drop the thumbs up on the video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you are new. We want to thank Maggie, as always, for joining us to talk about all the wrestling in the world. We always appreciate having you on here. I will extend the invite for AEW World's End, even though it's a weird week because it's Christmas week, but that Friday is the day after Christmas. I don't know if you celebrate Boxing Day. I don't know about that, but that is when we're doing our World's End preview in 2 weeks.
What day?
I think it's December 26th. That's a Friday.
December 26th. It's a Friday. I'll get back to you on that.
All right, we shall see. We shall see. But definitely, I know J News will be here, so will join us for that. This will be our next pay-per-view, our next pay-per-view preview for us here. But we want to thank Maggie for joining us today. Maggie, the floor is yours. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and when they will see you in about 30 minutes.
Guys, thank you so much for joining SP3 and me. I always have a blast here. You can follow me on Twitter, X, Twix, whatever you want to call it, at Maggie_IK. You can also follow me on Instagram at Maggie-IK. Thank you so much, because it's at Maggie-IK at Blue Sky, because I don't think I've used it this past 2 weeks, but you can still follow me on that if you're still doing that. Of course, you can catch me in about half an hour on Fightful Overbooked for Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. We're celebrating our 4-year anniversary today. We're so happy that Sean actually made the huge mistake of giving us a chance. And now we've been running for 4 years. I'm so glad for that. Also, please subscribe to Fightful Select, the easiest $5.99 you're ever going to spend on wrestling. Log that year deal, because we're almost sure that we're going to raise the prices next year. It's not us, it's Jimmy Van, I'm sorry. Also, if you would like to sponsor the Fightful Awards, which are this is basically my favorite time of the year. Fuck Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's not New Year's. It's the Fightful Awards. I'm always down for that. If you'd like to sponsor the Fightful Awards, please get in touch with Sean, Kate, or the Fightful account on Twitter. If you would like to sponsor any of the categories, you can buy a sponsorship for another person if you want, or you can buy a sponsorship for a cause that you would like. This has happened before. It's incredibly cool. So please do that. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Absolutely. I just put in the chat for all of you. That is the link for our True Heel Heat year-end awards. The Heaties will be back on December 27th episode of the True Heel Heat flagship podcast, True Heel Heat 361, but the voting ballots are open, so you can click that link and you can vote now on all the awards that will be reading out and giving the awards to some stars around the wrestling world, promotions as well. So go and check that out. Vote now, because the ballots will close on Christmas Eve. So go ahead, vote now on the True Heel Heat year-end awards. You can follow me on the Twitter machine at True Heel SP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Heel Heat. Patreon.com/True Heel Heat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best place to support us when we are not live here. And of course, we got the GOAT Match series. We got a ROH Final Battle 2025 review that is up. That is going to be up right now. Yes, I definitely enjoyed talking about that show. If you enjoyed our preview here, come join us tomorrow. It is going to be our Saturday night's main event watch party. Romeo will be here. I will be here. We're watching John Cena's final match together. So join us for that, as well as the True Heel Heat flagship podcast tomorrow at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time. Check out AE Ramble 228, reviewing Winter is Coming, one of the best AEW Dynamite episodes of the year so far. And check out our top 10 John Cena moments video. That's going to be dropping at 7 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. So join me and Josh talking about our favorite John Cena moments of all time. Thank you so much to Maggie. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate y'all for joining us. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. This has been our WWE Saturday night's main event, John Cena's final match preview. We are signing off until next time.